With the final season of The Boys on the horizon, the internet is buzzing with theories about how it will all end. The stage is set for an absolute bloodbath, and we think we figured out the series finale that will either break the internet or give us the closure we never expected. This isn't a recap, it's our ultimate prediction for the episode that will tear everything down. So, a massive potential spoiler alert is in effect if our theories are right. This is our autopsy of the finale we believe is coming. Alright, let's get right into it. Forget everything you thought you knew about the stakes. We're predicting a series finale that isn't just a punch to the gut, but a full-scale declaration of war. We see Homelander, supercharged on V1, finally deciding he's no longer a superhero, but a god. In our theory, the entire power dynamic of the universe shatters, leaving us all staring into the abyss with only the credits rolling. So, Episode 7 left our heroes in a state of complete devastation. Frenchie, the heart of the team, is gone. Showrunner Eric Kripke explained why he had to die, saying, "We knew we had to kill off one of the boys. You can't have a shot at victory unless it costs your heroes something that's really hard." But here's the silver lining that everyone is talking about. In those final moments, Sister Sage and Frenchie confirmed a massive game changer. The radiation plan worked. We saw Kimiko undergo a dangerous procedure involving uranium, a direct callback to how the Russians gave Soldier Boy his power-draining abilities. Frenchie's sacrifice wasn't just a death, it was a power-up. Going into Episode 8, Kimiko is now carrying Soldier Boy's original payload. She's no longer just the strong, silent fighter. She is the team's last, best weapon, capable of depowering the V1-infused Homelander. That's a huge shift, and you know the finale is going to pay that off. Now, let's talk about the massive Reddit leaks that dropped immediately after Episode 7 aired from a source who accurately predicted the events of Episodes 5, 6, and 7. Whether you believe them or not, they paint a terrifying picture of what's coming. According to the viral posts, Episode 8, titled Blood and Bone, starts in the worst possible place. The episode is rumored to open with the boys grieving Frenchie's death. But they don't get much time to process it because Homelander doesn't waste a second. The leaks claim he publicly declares himself the God of America during a White House press conference. And when the reporters don't immediately bow down, he slaughters them. The graphic sequence apparently includes him killing everyone present, even a pregnant reporter. If that scene is real, it's going to make his Season 2 airplane speech look like a children's nursery rhyme. He then launches a violent purge across the country, using his loyal supes to wipe out anyone who doubts his divinity. This is where the Kimiko theory gets really exciting. We know Kimiko has the radiation powers now, but the leaks suggest something even crazier. Starlight finally recruits the Gen V kids for the climactic battle. Marie Moreau, blood manipulation, and Jordan Lee, gender-switching powers, supposedly show up for the final fight. Fans have been begging for that crossover since the beginning of the season, and it makes perfect sense. Kripke put a lot of effort into building the Gen V universe, and bringing them in for the final battle would be the ultimate team-up. The spoilers claim the final battle is massive in scale, using up a huge portion of the season's budget, involving the US military, White House combat, and a VFX-heavy action scene where Marie uses her blood powers while Kimiko delivers a massive radiation blast. But let's address the elephant in the room. What about Soldier Boy? In Episode 7, we saw Homelander put his own father back into cryogenic captivity after the reunion fell apart. A lot of fans are hoping for a redemption arc where Soldier Boy breaks free and saves the day. Honestly, I think that's wishful thinking. Kripke has said that Homelander is the villain, and he's not going to cheapen that by having someone else swoop in to save everyone. I think Soldier Boy is done. He's frozen, possibly forever, and that's the tragic end of a washed-up, abusive father. The redemption of Soldier Boy isn't happening. The redemption, if there is any, will come from the remaining boys or from Ryan.
Speaking of Ryan, where the hell is he?
Episode 7 completely sidelined him, but the leaks bring him back in a massive way. They claim Ryan returns to the US after witnessing Homelander's televised destruction and chooses to stand with the boys. That makes sense. Ryan has seen his father's true colors. He's seen what happens to people who oppose him. If he steps up and uses his heat vision against Homelander, that's going to be an incredibly emotional moment. Now, we have to talk about the comics. In the original comic book series, the ending is famously brutal. Homelander is killed by Black Noir, who is revealed to be a crazed clone of Homelander created by Vought as a failsafe. Noir had been framing Homelander for horrible crimes for years, including the assault on Butcher's wife. Butcher then kills Noir with a crowbar. But the comics go even darker. After that, Butcher snaps and decides to kill anyone who has Compound 5 in their system. He kills Frenchie, Kimiko, and Mother's Milk. Hughie is the one who finally stops Butcher, pushing him off the Empire State Building. It ends with Hughie and Starlight walking off together. Scarred but alive. We know Kripke has rejected the Black Noir clone twist, but looking at our leak predictions, I see a lot of parallels. The leaks say Butcher snaps after learning that Homelander killed his dog Terror. That sends him over the edge. It's not a global kill-all-supes plan like in the comics, but it's a similar emotional spiral. And the biggest parallel? The leaks claim that Butcher kills Homelander with a crowbar. That is a direct shot-for-shot callback to the comic book. Whether that's fan service or the actual ending, it's a huge nod to the source material. Now, let's talk about the craziest theory that's been spreading like wildfire online. It's a theory straight out of the comic books that the show might be hinting at. I'm talking about the Butcher versus 150 supes theory. Let me break down where this actually comes from, because it's one of the most violent moments in the source material. In The Boys comic book issue number 14, Billy Butcher doesn't just fight a warehouse full of supes. He straight up murders around 150 of them in one single move. And the method was terrifying. He used a special frequency bomb that was tuned to detonate the compound V inside a soup's blood. He just pressed a button, and every single head in that building exploded at the exact same time. The TV show actually adapted that visual moment, but gave the power to Victoria Newman back in Season 2 when she blew up heads at the congressional hearing. But here's the thing. In the comics, that massacre was Butcher's way of testing a weapon for his ultimate goal. He wanted to commit genocide against every single being with Compound 5 in their system. This is where the theory for the TV show gets really dark. Let's connect the final dots. We have Kimiko, who can depower Homelander. We have leaks saying Ryan fights with the boys. We have Marie and Jordan from Gen V joining the brawl. And we have a final confrontation in the Oval Office. According to the viral leaks, here is the step-by-step for the finale. They lure Homelander to the Oval Office. A massive, all-out brawl erupts with supes flying everywhere. Marie uses her blood powers, Kimiko unleashes a massive blast that makes everyone unconscious, and Ryan uses his lasers to take out the supe reinforcements. The fight narrows down to a brutal one-on-one between Butcher and Homelander. The most surprising claim is that Homelander becomes powerless before the end. Whether it's due to Kimiko's radiation or some other factor, the leak describes him as terrified, emotional, and vulnerable. Butcher then kills him with a crowbar. It's humiliating, it's brutal, and it mirrors the comics perfectly. But here is where the show might surprise us. Showrunner Eric Kripke recently told Empire magazine that he wants fans to feel hope when the credits roll. He said, "You may be surprised to hear this, but I want people to feel hope. That's something we need right now. When people say the show is dark and nihilistic and cynical, that never resonates with me. It tries to be a very realistic take on hope. So where is the hope in all of this bloodshed? The leak suggests that Butcher isolates himself at the end. But unlike the comics where Hughie kills him, maybe Butcher simply walks away, finally succumbing to his Temp V tumors, allowing his friends to live in peace. The hope might be that despite everything, Hughie and Starlight survive. They walk away from the violence and get the happy ending they deserve. Maybe Ryan finally finds a home with them. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough."
So, those are our predictions for the series finale. It's going to be bloody, it's going to be emotional, and if the leaks are true, it's going to pay serious respect to the comic book ending while forging its own path. The credits will roll on The Boys on May 20th. We'll be watching with our jaws on the floor. We want to know what you think. Do you believe the leaks? Does Homelander deserve to go out begging and powerless? Or do you think he wins? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our finale reaction video. I'll see you guys after the episode drops.